In the last episode, we showed you our first year of trying to conceive. This consisted of some highs, but mostly lows. After many negative tests, we decided to call the doctors and ask for help, and we left the last episode off with Ellen's results being fine. Now it was my turn to go and get tested. Are you ready for the baby stack? Boom! And throw it in now. Boom! Okay, maybe I don't know whether we should be showing this on YouTube, but this is Ellen's and this is mine.
Everything with me, I've had all my tests now, and everything with me is healthy.
Yeah.
So if we can help your end a little bit more, then that's...
Yeah, I might be healthy. I still haven't had my test yet.
No, I know, but like, that's what we don't know. So if we can do stuff to help it, I'm sure you are going to be fine. That's not funny.
This is her. Remember we said her tablets didn't taste very good?
I actually spewed then. Do you hear it gurgling in my throat?
You didn't even swallow it though.
No, I just forgot what it tastes like.
Come on, let's see it on camera. Turn this way.
They're these and they taste like... It's not even funny, we have this every night.
Go for it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And if you're wondering if she's overreacting...
You are.
Yes, is the answer.
How am I overreacting? My eyes are literally watering. Just smell them.
Alright. They smell...
Shut up! You can literally shut up. You smelled them the other day. Just right, okay, don't take one.
Do you know what once upon a time I put
maybe I'm just
gone off Velveeta's in my mouth that had been gone off for about 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what
they smell like.
They are not very nice, but...
Why did I do that?
Did you just smell it? Is it seriously that?
Fam, I swear to God. I swear to God.
What does it mean? I think you last saw us when we were checking the pregnancy test a couple of months ago, and obviously it was negative. We decided to have a break, didn't we, for 1 month?
Yeah, we had a break for 1 month because we had like my birthday, the engagement party. So we thought, oh well, obviously if we've got that and we'll be drinking, let's just not try for...
Yeah, we just wanted to have a month
August.
that we enjoyed ourselves and didn't have to worry about anything like that.
Because it's a lot like when you're trying, if you're watching this and you're trying for a baby, you'll understand, or you've tried for a baby. When you're trying for a baby, you don't want to... Like, I didn't want to drink when we were trying, just in case. But like, it was just nice to have that month to like kind of know that you weren't pregnant, so you could just
Relax
as such. Yeah.
Now we are back trying. Over the weekend, Ellen let it slip to my parents. I wanted to keep the whole process an entire secret, but Elle, I think, was feeling a little bit alone because
I'm finding it really, really hard, not being able to talk to anybody. Like, and I needed somebody to talk to, but obviously we both wanted to keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell my family because I really want it to be like a surprise. Like I will be the first like grandchild as such in my whole family to have a baby.
Instantly, Ellen and my mum were talking about things, and I could just tell straight away she was a lot more at ease because my mum and dad were trying for me for over a year. Imagine us watching this back in the future when we've actually got a child.
I know.
How weird is that going to be?
I'm thinking, oh my God, all those tears and upset was totally worth it.
Yeah.
And we also know that there's loads more people in the world who have gone through it a lot worse than we have, but equally we're also
we're just sharing our experience
as well. Yeah, everybody's feelings are valid in this kind of thing.
Hope you're enjoying the video so far. I just wanted to jump in here and have a little chat. So if you've seen our fertility videos, then you would have known kind of what we've gone through, and For me personally, it was really hard. I went through so many different emotions because it was such a unique situation and it's personal, and I didn't really want to talk about it to a lot of people. It was very hard for me to kind of process things, and I felt like I wasn't normal and I felt like I was weird, and I just went through various different stages of just feeling horrible and scared and all kinds of emotions. And if you're struggling right now, no matter what you're going through, just know you're not alone. It can be really difficult to manage your mental health, especially if you don't know where to start. That is why this video is sponsored by BetterHelp, which I'm extremely proud and excited to be working with these guys because, as I said, I'm very passionate about mental health. So BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't even have to turn on your camera if you don't want to. You can just chat via text. So they have over 20,000 therapists available, all specializing in different areas. So no matter what you're going through, you know you're going to get someone that's going to help you. When you sign up, you fill out a questionnaire and that helps assess your specific needs, and then you'll get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. It was actually quicker than that for me. Then you can schedule in video calls or chats, or there is an unlimited text amount, so you can just keep going back and forth if you don't want to be seen on video or anything like that. My therapist is called Tony, and he gave me some great advice because I was saying that I've got a lot of stuff going on in my head right now, and he said to do a download, which is where you just take the thoughts and write them down on paper, get them out of your mind so that you can assess them properly, and that does really help. And if for whatever reason I didn't really like Tony, I can switch him out and request someone new, but Tony, you're doing alright, mate, so we'll keep you going. If you want to join the 2 million people plus that are using BetterHelp and are taking control of their mental health, you can get 10% off using our link in the description. Sign up via that.
Good morning. It is currently the 11th of December. I'm currently wrapping presents, Christmas presents, and I've had to have a lie down. I'm basically due on my period today, and I just feel so overwhelmed. I actually hate this time of month so much. Not very flattering angle, but when you've been trying for a baby for so long, I don't know, I'm just kind of giving up hope. I've had all of the signs of coming on my period this month as well. I've been really off all this week, just feeling really down. And I know exactly what it is. It's because I know I'm going to be due on today. And when you've tried so hard and then you come on, it's just, I don't know, horrible.
Just arrived at Birmingham Women's Hospital, looking for the way out now. Today is going to be a very weird experience, but weirdly enough, I'm not actually nervous because I've had such a busy week that I haven't really had time to think about it. Why is this card like lingering? How'd you get out of this place? It's got to be done, and these guys' job, so I'm not worried about being nervous around them or whatever. It's just strange, isn't it? You never think you'd have to do this. Just like that, we are done. Now we've got to wait 2 to 3 weeks to get the results from the doctors. Oh, why am I so nervous? So today is the day that I get the call back from the fertility people to go over my results. Now, we didn't document it, but my doctors rang us 2 weeks ago to arrange this call, and we asked if she could tell us, like, was there anything she could tell us? And she said that she read it out, like the notes that the fertility doctor had made, and It didn't sound good. They said that it was lower than, I can't remember exactly what they said, but lower than normal sperm count, defects in the head. And even though obviously it's hard to tell how bad or good or whatever that is until you actually speak to the specialist, but obviously that made us worry, and it was a very emotional call, and the 2 weeks waiting for this call now has just been like horrible. So I'm expecting the call at 8:30. It's 20 past now. I've been anxious all morning, as expected really, but yeah, we'll see what comes of it. I don't know. Do you know what? It's like I've been bottling this up. Trying to be strong for Elle because I know she's so worried. But now that like today is the day of the call, I'm so like worried. And do you know what? It's weird documenting this, but I know that it will help other people who are in a similar situation, and as a young man, you never imagine yourself in this situation, but let's not worry too much. Let's just see what the specialist has to say, and then we'll go from there. So I've written a load of notes. Me and Elle sat down and wrote some questions and notes that we want to ask them just about the process and what may be affecting it. If it is low sperm count, is there any medication I can take, what I have been taking. I'll film the call. I'm filming the call so that Ellen can watch it back later because she's at work, but if I can show bits of it then I will. I've just accidentally deleted the clip of the call that I had from the doctor, which was it was a big call. It was important for me to have. Basically, that call was, we were waiting for a call from the doctors for my fertility results. I had that call and they said that it was below average.
They didn't say how much.
The quantity of it or something was below average.
No, the count.
The sperm count, was below average. There was defects in the heads on some of them, which I think is normal, but I don't know.
The doctor, and that phone call, if you haven't seen it, infuriated us, both of us, didn't it?
Mm.
She didn't tell us anything helpful. She didn't really explain how serious this was. She didn't explain how much this is going to affect our fertility journey. All she basically said was to make sure we're not smoking, not drinking, and that we're exercising regularly. Well, if you watch our channel, you'll know that this is something that we do anyway. We don't smoke, we never have. We barely drink. I don't drink at all.
I was expecting a call
drink.
with the specialist who would be able to run me through the results. But that's not what I had. We waited for 3 weeks.
Yeah, for a telephone appointment.
3 weeks to be told the exact same as
what the receptionist told us.
What the receptionist had told us. I'm not sure if we mentioned that, but when the receptionist phoned up to say, okay, we're going to book this appointment, we wanted to know. So I was like, well, can you just tell me? Because we didn't want to wait. And
well,
she kind of went through. She read our notes, and that gave us an indication that things weren't right. But I was expecting then to have the follow-up with the specialist so she could exactly explain to me what was wrong, what to do next, but it wasn't. It was just with my GP and she was just going through the notes and she didn't really have the answers that I wanted.
No.
And the only thing they said is that I've got to wait 3 months to redo a test because of the sperm cycle or something like that, which if that's the case then fair enough and like there's nothing we can really do about it, but I've pushed her now to go back to the specialist and say, can we do that any sooner?
But I just
3 months.
Exactly. And another thing as well, Fab was obviously in a very vulnerable position. He was obviously being told all of this and just wanted to ask questions and ask questions and ask questions. Because if you're being told stuff like that, you want your questions answered, full stop. Like, she was getting really annoyed with Fab asking questions, which, to be quite honest with you, why? What? Because you're pressured to get onto your next phone call. Well, we've waited 3 weeks for this phone call. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this.
It's frustrating, isn't it?
All she basically said to Fab on the phone was...
Well, there was no solution apart from the whole read up this leaflet, which is stuff that you literally could Google and find out.
Yeah, I just think it's Fab's doctors. Like when I went for my test, which you would have all seen, it was done within 3 weeks. I had all my tests. They redid a test, so I'd done my test, had my results back, redone a test, had my results back, and it was done within 3 weeks.
There's still hope, and they didn't say that I'm infertile. No. They just said that I've got a lower sperm count, but there's lots of things you can do.
There are lots of things you can do, but I'm just thinking about if we needed to have IVF.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to think about that yet.
Yeah, well, it's not that...
It's like, I don't want to... I mean, I know, if it comes to that, it comes to that.
We're
and
very
there's nothing wrong with
different
that,
in the way
but
that we think. I'm very much, I'd rather
for me as a man, it's like, it fucking hurts your ego when you hear that. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's not a very nice thing to hear. Anyway, you'll be alright. So weird filming this, but the only reason I'm filming this is because anyone else who's going through this, like, hopefully you can watch this and like see that you're not alone, and that you know, this happens to people. I saw the thing, didn't I? 30% of couples struggle to conceive. That's a big number. Yeah. And I don't feel like people, you know, online you see people getting pregnant all the time, and people saying, oh yeah, it happened in the first month, or it happened by accident. And like, if you're in our situation, that can be like
heart-wrenching,
horrible to see, and
it's really hard to try and...
I actually had to say to Al, I'm not sure if we've mentioned in this, but I had to say to Al like a few months ago, please can you delete TikTok, please can you unfollow
pregnant people,
all the people that are posting. And that's not me being horrible, but I just saw that she was getting so upset seeing, you know, oh, I'm pregnant, or seeing like loads of baby stuff. It was really impacting her. And I think you're a lot better off for it now. Like, obviously you still see some bits, but your whole feed was like babies, and I think that was just making it worse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get through it.
And just to top it off, I've come on my period today.
Oh yeah.
After being a day late.
It's just a bloody emotional roller coaster, isn't it? We always say everything happens for a reason, don't we? And it will make sense one day.
This journey right now is really scary. But I'm scared.
I know it's scary, but we'll get through it. We've been through scary stuff before.
I know.
Okay. There you go, I feel a bit better now I've talked about it.
So we basically just wanted to sit down now. This is the morning that the video is actually going live, because we've just watched it back and realised we haven't properly explained Fab's test results back to you, and it turns out that it wasn't actually just his sperm count that was low.
No.
In actual fact, the results were slightly worse than what we thought, weren't they?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but there was definitely low count. There was defects in the head.
So there was
morphology. The morphology, which is like how they swim, is it? I think.
No, so...
Oh. She knows my own results better than me.
So the amount he produced, this is really crude, but the amount he produced was absolutely fine. However, it was the quality that wasn't so great. So he had 9 million sperms there. 1% of them had normal heads and tails, which is extremely low. And that was the thing, the morphology was the thing that was so worrying, because we were told it's really hard to conceive with that low morphology. So that really was what we needed to increase. We needed to increase the shape of the sperm heads and tails.
Weird to think about, but
yeah, but
it is normal to have defects in them, just not that many.
Yeah, there was so only 1% of them were
fine.
Fine. Yeah. 9 million sounds like a lot, and we were there thinking, what? That's loads. That's absolutely loads. But in actual fact, it's not loads. I think the cut-off for not having low sperm count is 40 million. So 40 million is still low. So yeah, 9 million was also.
Hey, it's the baby makers checking in. We thought we would show you everything we take, because I'm sure a lot of you will have questions.
For the last 18 months I've taken folic acid. Obvious reasons, it's one of the main vitamins to help with, it just basically preps the womb and stuff.
Oh.
For tissue growth during pregnancy. We take this, which is actually omega-3, but it's the DHA that we need to take, which actually Louisa Zussman, so I don't think that's how you say her name, she did a whole like blog about trying to conceive, and she went to see a fertility doctor in the US, and he suggested taking DHA and this one, which is COQ10. So we take both of these. I take them for quality of egg. Fab takes them because it's really good for helping with sperm count and stuff, which we've actually found out recently, but it takes about 3 to 4 months to like kick in, so we're starting now. And then they also say to take vitamin D, which I guess vitamin D3, is that the same? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I take... Look, oh my god, you could see in here that the ones I've had previously, Wellman, Conception ones, Conceive Plus ones, a few left in there. But now, I also take Maca Root, which this is more, I mean, TMI, but sex drive, because obviously you got to be doing it a lot when you're trying for a baby.
Yeah, that's more like...
Does it have anything else, or is it just sex drive?
Yeah, it's just help with like your sex drive.
It works. But yeah, take one of these every day.
There you go.
And Adam administers them to me via this. And fun fact, I absolutely hate taking tablets. As a kid, I had a proper phobia. I used to have Calpol.
Well, you were also going to start taking, what's ashwagandha? You're going to start taking ashwagandha and fenugreek. Fenugreek.
We have done tons of research about what to take, what not to take, lifestyle things. Yeah. And there's loads of stuff you can do to make sure you've got a healthy lifestyle. The obvious ones are like don't smoke, don't drink as much, get good exercise, make sure you're eating well, good diet with like plenty of greens and fruit. Things like fatty foods like salmon and stuff are good as well. And a major one is like making sure you're drinking enough. Yeah. But yeah, that's all the stuff we take. And we'll probably be adding to this.
Well, I'm not going to start taking anymore. I think I'm taking all that I can, really.
Me too, apart from ashwagandha and the other one.
Fun, you guys.
To be fair, a lot of this stuff is good to just take anyway, just for like general health.
I've noticed, right, my nails...
What, growing?
Look how much they're growing since taking all of... I don't know if it's the vitamins, but my nails have never, ever been so strong.
Kind of... processed it a little bit now. Not really, but kind of. I had the worst day ever. Because there's other stuff as well that's gone wrong, but oh well. Pardon?
At least we know now. At least we have some...
a bit useless. But we don't. Because the doctor didn't really make it.
We basically don't know the extent of it.
I didn't speak to the specialist. That was the GP, so she didn't really... know what she was talking about. Did you just burp into your coffee
and then drank it?
Yeah. No, that was a bit gross actually. I don't like that.
Right, anyway, we didn't really sum that up.
Well, there's nothing to sum up.
After
I'm
this
infertile.
News, no,
I'm not. There is a sperm count there.
And after this news as well, we are very much considering going private.
We are going back to the doctors because...
You talked us through your test result. This journey, you go into it so naively because
there's a possibility that I won't be able to have kids. Look at all these bad boys.
I feel very confused.
What do we think it is? Do you think this could be